I'm Eric Loy, and welcome to Eric Loy Interviews. On this podcast, we talk with folks from the VTuber community on their channels, their talents, their stories, where they come from, and their plans for the future. I would like to welcome SIn Aragaki. Hi.
Hello, hi.
Please introduce yourself to everybody.
Hello, I'm SIn Aragaki. I don't really have any lore background, but I'm just a one-horned Oni, femboy. I do VTubing. I stream and stuff. Hello.
Thanks for coming on. I appreciate it.
I don't have a lot to say.
This interview is sponsored by...
This interview is sponsored by...
Hey, I appreciate you coming on. When did you get started, and why did you get started with VTubing?
Well, I'd say probably is either last year or 2 years ago that I think it was last year. No, 2 years ago, I commissioned my first model.
Yeah.
Because I saw people doing stuff,
Mm-hmm.
and I wanted to. It was weird because I wanted to try out for. I wanted to try out for Niji Sanji.
Yeah.
And then, I'm glad that didn't work out, honestly, because with all the other stuff that came out about Niji Sanji.
Yeah.
But, then I'm like, oh, but, like, if I be a corporate VTuber and all this, but then, like, then I saw, like, indie VTubers. I'm like, you know what? I'll just do my own thing.
Yeah. There's things to be said for both. The thing is about the indie thing is that you're your own boss no matter what.
True.
I mean,
and I don't really have to, like, tiptoe around stuff.
Yeah, I mean, if you do well, it's on you. If you do badly, it's on whoever you blame.
Yeah, it's whoever I can find that I can blame.
And I'm taking applications.
Yeah.
Anybody who'd like to be the official scapegoat can certainly sign up. So you got started on your own. Did you have any help doing it, or were you a lone gunman here?
Well, my one friend had, like, I was doing some YouTubing with them. Like, we would work on, like, a channel that they had or whatever, and they would sometimes stream on Twitch. But then I didn't really fit. I don't think I really fit the mold of a YouTuber.
Mm-hmm.
I'm more of a streamer type person, so
Yeah.
I leaned more heavily into the Twitch aspect of things rather than a YouTube aspect. If that makes sense.
Oh, it does. You'd rather do the live than anything pre-recorded and put together that way?
Yeah.
What's the draw for you?
What do you mean?
What's the draw for you is for live as opposed to pre-taped?
I guess it's if you're live, you can be more yourself. You can be more, like, kind of express yourself. In YouTubing, if you want people to watch and stuff, you have to kind of, you got to bring them in, you got to keep them there, you got to retain their attention, because viewer retention is really hard to do. So you got to grab their attention, you got to keep it, or whatever, you got to jingle them keys in front of them, stuff like that,
Oh, yes.
And then the editing, all that stuff, like, all the processes are really hard for me, because particularly I like to procrastinate. So if I need to edit something, I take, like, an eon for it. So that doesn't help either.
Yeah.
With going live, with streaming, I can just push a button. And I'm like, hey, I'm making content. Hi.
I can understand that. It also kind of makes you think a little bit before you say something sometimes.
Yeah.
You have to be on your toes a little bit more live than you can on tape or on tape. I'm a very old man. Please forgive me. On recording, we used to record on tape. you can ask your great grandparents.
I'm not a judge.
But it allows you. It sounds more natural for one thing, I think, to do it live.
Definitely.
And if you
live,
if you edit it in and you're not particularly adept at it, especially with today's equipment, you can tell in a hurry.
Yeah.
It's like the old days when CDs first came out. The masters that they were using for the CDs were analog, so they would hear every pop whistle, buzz, click of an edit in the CD recordings, and it wasn't until later. That's why you had so many things remastered, so they can get rid of all those pops and clicks and whistles. And those early CDs are sometimes pretty awful. even
Yeah.
even the old
Yeah.
Beatles ones, where people were like, "Oh man, so many edits." Um, sometimes having a really good microphone isn't a good idea.
Yeah, that's true.
You get up a little bit. So was it easy for you to get all the equipment together to get started?
I think that's what took me the longest because, like I said, I got the model 2 years ago,
Mm-hmm.
but I started like last year
Mm.
because I got the model. Then I'm like, oh, well, I don't have like, I had a laptop, the webcam, like I could use it, but it didn't go smooth at all.
Mm.
So I didn't have that. I didn't have a proper microphone. I didn't
Yeah.
have a proper desk or mic arm.
Yeah.
And so I saved up for, I got a mic. I got a mic arm, got a iPhone to for the face tracking.
Right.
Then I financed a computer and then 2 monitors. So once I got all that, I'm like, stream time.
Yeah. I mean, you were all set. Now you just
Yeah,
had to
I
kick.
wanted it to be like pretty perfect.
Yeah. And now all you had to do is kick yourself in the butt and turn the microphone on.
Yeah, true. Yeah. Well, sometimes my headphones will actually like, because at the bottom of it, if you touch that, it'll like mute it. And
Oh.
sometimes my headphone like cord will do that, and I'm like, why is there no audio?
Welcome to live audio or live non-audio, as the case may be.
Yippee. Welcome to technical difficulties.
Yes. Yes, it's a fun thing to overcome when you got something like that going. Have you found it
That's a
easy to?
possibility.
Yeah, I mean, have you found it easy to keep going when you do hit a roadblock? You've been able to verbally jump out of the way and keep things rolling.
Honestly, I think probably the best thing for me
Hmm.
is the people that I have chosen to surround myself with that have pushed me and like kept like egging me to keep going and to push further, try harder, do this, do that.
Hmm.
Because, there are some things that will like kind of like knock you down a peg or make you think like, oh, well, I'm plateauing, so no one cares or whatever.
Right.
But then they're like, oh, try something new, try this. And then I'm like, okay, all
Yeah.
right, I'll give it a shot. And
Yeah.
it works out. And then I'm like, well, shit, people care about me. What the fuck?
It gets to you every once in a while when you do realize that there are other people in this world that you don't know the names of. You don't really know where they're from, yet they're tuning in because you are on the air.
Yeah, well, one of my first like viewers was from Morocco, and I'm like, I forgot Morocco existed. I'm like, why are like how are you here? And he's like, well, I think you're pretty cool. I mean, I think you're funny. And I'm like, well, shit, thanks. I mean, but I appreciate it. Like that guy. I love that guy. I don't know if he's still around or if he like because he did kind of like to lurk,
Hmm.
but he was my one viewer for so long. Love that guy. Love that guy.
It's people are like, well, one person doesn't make a difference. One person can make all the difference. Um,
Exactly.
and if they're they come in with the right attitude and they want to sit and watch what's going on. But the when you don't have a whole lot of people to start off with, it's very easy to get down on yourself. But you got to realize you're starting from square zero.
Yeah, you're starting from literally nothing. Nobody knows you. Like you barely even know you exist.
Yeah,
So like it's just luck
yeah.
for most part.
Well, it can be, but it also got some work to it. I mean, being consistent with a schedule does help,
Yeah.
and then being able to communicate when the chat once they're there and keep them in on it. Have you found that easy to do?
That is easy to do. Well, as long as I don't accidentally like close it or like not have it on screen, it is very easy for me to do because
It's just,
I'm really good at bouncing stuff off of people. If
yeah.
someone's there, I can bounce myself off of them and then like make dialogue, do all this, make jokes, poke fun, all that. Like I
Cool.
find it easier for me to be funny and do stuff if there's someone to talk to.
That's excellent. That I mean, it's when in this type of format, that's a brilliant thing to have, and it's not easy to learn. Most of the time, it's you either have it or you don't, um,
Yeah.
and it becomes very awkward very quickly if you don't. You have to come up with something that would you rather have a a game that you enjoy playing and an audience that you're barely talking with, or the other way around?
Honestly, I think it'd be funnier if I was playing a game I hated and was getting made fun of the entire time because I'm like, oh, I hate you guys or whatever. But like, it's a secret, like it's kind of like a fun, like, oh, I hate you and like or whatever. You know what I mean?
Yeah, yeah, that
I'd
kind of
rather have people enjoying the stuff rather than me enjoying it. I
yeah,
mean, well, obviously, as long as it's not like just pure torture, of
yeah,
course.
yeah. Well, they'll know if you're not into it, and it's
Yeah,
and
it shows. But
yeah.
also, I don't want to just have a stream where I'm just like silent for 3 hours straight because I don't think that's going to be something fun to watch.
Yeah, you better come up with something really big during that time if everybody's going to stick around
It
for
better
three
be a
hours.
very intriguing game.
Yes,
Like,
and then you better write a book about it so someone else can figure it out too, and you can make some money off of it. Um, so, what types of games do you like to stream right now?
I pretty much just play like a bunch of different games, honestly.
Hmm.
But right now, I'm really into the Monster Hunter, the new one.
Yeah.
That one's super fun because I loved World when that one came out, and this feels exactly like it. Gives it the same like pizzazz, the same like nostalgia, whatnot. I love it so much. I haven't streamed a whole lot of it, but I want to. I want to.
Yeah,
But I've also been doing a lot of like collaboration stuff, like co-op games.
has that been easy for you?
The co-op stuff or
The
collab?
collaborations?
Yeah. I usually collaborate with people that like I know
Hmm.
or like am somewhat close to. I talk to on a daily basis type stuff,
Hmm.
so that I know that like if we actually stream together, then it would be a good stream and not just like awkward silence and like ha ha ha, what is she doing? No, the entire time.
Although that for a while that would be kind of funny.
It would be kind of funny until you realize that there's two people in a call playing the same game and not communicating whatsoever.
You can only watch a traffic accident for so long.
Yeah, it's only appealing for so long until you realize, wow, this is just horrible.
Yeah,
This is
yeah,
horrible to look at.
yeah. It's tough for some folks to find the right people to collaborate with. Have you had a problem with that?
I mean, I think starting out I did, but I met one person that like introduced me to like damn near everyone they knew, and then some of those people I still talk to, some of those people I collab with or like got closer to, stuff like that.
Mm,
So that was lucky, like for me.
yeah,
But other than that, finding people to collaborate with was kind of hard,
yeah,
I guess,
yeah.
because no one would. Once you're like starting out, there's hardly anyone that would actually like to talk to you.
They just stay away from you. No, I don't want
Yeah,
anything
they're
to do
like,
with
"Who's
that.
this nobody?" But I don't know.
No, I don't want
I
to.
don't
No,
care.
I don't want to mess with a new person. Stay away.
Like, ew, I got 2 followers. Ah, gross. Get on my level.
Join us up here first. As if I'm up there with you, I don't want to. I want.
You can't talk to me until you got 100 followers.
Yeah, that's right. That's
Like I can just make that up happen, make it
yeah.
appear.
Well, I see, it does happen, and if that's the way they want to do it, that's the way they want to do it. But they're missing out.
Yeah.
It's not really a business of competition right now. Um, it's the target audience may not even know that VTubing exists yet. There's still a lot of people to
Yeah.
be drawn into the pool. Um, so there's no reason to be to put up classes and fake finish lines and that type of thing for people. Um, if everybody's doing well and drawing people in, then there's more people in the pool, and you can have more people show up.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, there's no reason for that. So now that you're in, now that you're going,
Hmm.
have you been able to set goals for yourself yet, or are you still feeling your way around?
I mean, I don't really have any goals except for like, I don't know. Well, I guess acquire like a fan base or whatever, like
Mm-hmm.
people that will like actively, I don't know, like watch or like what how do I phrase it? Like mainstay people,
Mm-hmm.
people that I would constantly see around in the streams, people that would talk to me, people that would like interact in like a server or something like that.
Right, right. Regulars.
Regulars.
Yeah,
Couldn't think of that word.
yeah,
But like that, and then I mean, obviously everyone wants viewers. I mean, that's pretty cool.
yeah,
Pretty
yeah.
cool to know that people are there to watch you.
Yeah, it is. It is. It is
But
cool to know. Go ahead.
oh, sorry, I didn't want to I didn't cut you off.
Oh no, go ahead.
I do want to commission a mascot type character,
Ah, there you
whatever,
go.
which if I do so, I have a good idea in mind, and it actually might, emphasis on might, because I don't know, add lore to my character, if anything.
Mm. Yeah, so right
Because I
now,
just kind of thought of my character and just like, here, I want this. This I think this would be cool.
right now the lore isn't quite in focus yet.
It isn't quite existing at all.
I was trying to give it the benefit of the doubt.
There was no thought when coming up with mine.
Yeah.
I was just thinking of what would look cool and then commissioned it.
It is done. Now next thing, and go from there. So are you?
It's an afterthought.
Yeah, yeah, it'll work. So how far are you planning ahead with your streams? Do you have a set number of streams you'll do with a certain game and then switch to another, or is it go as it flows?
I usually just play games until like they're done.
What?
Once as soon as I beat it, just gone.
Mm. And you just don't plan that the next game ahead of time, or do you choose as you go?
I kind of choose as I go. Like I try to. Well, if I realize that like, oh well, I'm nearing the end of this game, I got to think of a game to put to like play after that or something or I don't know. It just depends, and then also what I got, and then what I'm feeling like playing.
Mm. Yeah. So are there games that you have got that you haven't been able to stream yet?
I did have a bunch of them at one point, I think. Uh,
Mm.
there are a few of them that I have.
Like which ones?
I have I have like a way out. I have what is it? Like the supermarket like together game.
Hmm.
I have like the Batman games. I have Celeste, Fallout games. What? I don't want to play Mass Effect on stream.
You
I
got
got
you got
Stalker. I do have
a
Stalker.
so you have a lot of stuff. I mean, you don't have exactly a a shallow pool to pick from.
Yeah, but it just I don't know which ones I'm feeling playing.
Yeah,
It just when you have too many options, you don't know which one you want to choose.
yeah, yeah. I feel that. Except mine is usually when I do options like that, it's should I pay my bills or should I not pay my bills? And
Should I pay my bills or add more options?
yes, I say ignore them again. That seems to be the option to go to. At least in the radio days, it was. Um, the the rest of the aspect with it, are you where you wanted to be at this point, or did you even think you'd still be doing it at this point?
Honestly, I kind of didn't think I'd get this far. I thought I would just kind of stay like stagnant
Mm.
for a while, but like I kind of did grow more than I thought I would.
Yeah.
Made a lot more friends than I thought I would. I've just got a lot further than I ever thought I would,
Mm,
honestly.
that's cool. I mean, that's that's with that success. Is that spurring you on to do more stuff, or have you come up with bigger ideas for your channel?
Sorry, what did you say?
So with that success and being a little ahead of where you thought you'd be, has that kind of spurred you on to do more and more things?
It has. I've gotten back into like making YouTube video. Like I've made some shorts,
Uh-huh.
but I do want to make some YouTube videos
Yeah.
on stuff that I am passionate about,
Mm-hmm.
and try to get that out to make like more content, get other stuff out there that people can be like, oh hey, look at that guy, wow.
That's okay. Don't go like that. Like, oh. No, it's like, yeah, that's that guy.
Whoa, that guy.
Oh.
Cool.
There you go. That's better. We're all about positivity here.
Yay.
um, so when you got on, did you find other folks quickly that you were able to communicate with online, or were you there with just a couple of people you knew? Or I mean, have you been able to network some?
Well, honestly, if I'm being completely honest, right?
Mm-hmm.
I um well, I had one Twitter.
Mm-hmm.
I had a Twitter profile
Okay.
that for like I asked like, hey, look, can I get friends or whatever. It got like 20 it got like over like 30K impressions or something like that. It was crazy.
Wow.
And then it got banned because they said it was the bot.
Ah, well.
They said like, oh hey, this is the bot. I'm like, no, it's not. I'm literally not a bot. And they're like, oh sorry, we didn't know. It's just automatically banning people we think are a bot. I'm like, okay, it's fine. 2 days later, banned again permanently.
I
So
just.
I made a new one, did another like engagement bait post, and that got like 15K impressions. And so that led people to like talking to me or whatnot. I met that one person that like connected me to a bunch of other people,
Yeah.
stuff like that. And then through those people, met more people and more people through them, stuff like that. And I've made a lot of friends. I've made a lot of people, met a lot of people that you know, I'm happy to say that are my friends.
Good. Yeah. Has it crossed over to your offline life much as far as being able to get out and mix with folks?
Unfortunately, none of the people I know live remotely near me,
Uh,
and I am also poor, so I cannot visit them either. Well, I just have to save money, but that's not fun.
well, yeah. Yeah, I can tell you, it doesn't get any easier to save money
Yeah.
when you get up there.
Yeah.
Yeah, but thankfully being on the radio, taught me how to be very frugal. Because when you don't have money, you
Mm,
get to be very frugal.
yeah, I understand that. Yeah.
Life lessons. Yeah, so 30, 30 year,
Yippee!
30-some-year-olds eating lots of ramen in a week. Yes,
Oh dear God,
that's
I've already
radio.
done that. I've eaten ramen so much I can't stand the taste. I can barely stand the taste of soy sauce because I would always eat either ramen
Yeah.
or just rice with soy sauce,
Ah,
and that was
yeah.
horrible.
Well, I started now. I actually do take it to work because it's just easier to do, and my bones don't like getting out for lunch, so I just stay there. And I will actually take a chicken bouillon cube and crack it up and put it in there.
Ah,
I like, it needs more chicken in this chicken. So
need more chicken for my chicken.
yeah. So I add some
Hell yeah,
real
I
fake
love chicken.
chicken to the fake real chicken, and it just turns out fake. But I still eat it anyway because like I already spent the money on it. Um, so
Yeah.
what would you want to do next? What is your next step for the channel as far as getting to where you really want to go with it?
I'm not really sure. Like I said, I did want to get the mascot. I wanted to try to get some lore,
Mm-hmm.
try to get more like artwork or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm not sure. Like I need to make sure that I'm financially stable before I try to do anything big.
Mm-hmm.
But um, I want to try to get myself out more. I want to try to like bring more people in to see me, my content, whatever I can produce.
Mm. You're going to use that with your VTube or your YouTube and other platforms?
Yeah, YouTube, Twitter, Twitch, I guess.
Yeah. So you're going to use them as advertising to bring them to the main channel.
Yeah.
Yeah. That works for some folks. I mean, they're able to bring them right in, which is good. And then you got to keep them again once you get there. Are you able to keep a regular schedule at the moment?
I keep a regular schedule. I just never like put out a schedule. I just I just stream on the same days, and so people are like, they're like, oh, he's probably gonna stream then. So because I just don't feel like making schedules. I really don't. I hate it.
Get one
Because
of those.
then like if something happens, I feel like I feel horrible. What if like I can't make it there? So then
Yeah.
like just remembering and then that it just decide nah.
Ugh. Yeah.
I'll stream when I stream.
The only thing that helps me with stuff like that is if I have a form that I can do really quickly and just get it out of the way. I can just fill it out
Yeah.
there and stick it out there and say, okay, it's done, and then don't have to worry about it the rest of the week. And if it's wrong, it's wrong. Go with something like that.
Never mind.
Yeah, yeah. It's a when you get to this age, you try to take the shortcuts as much as possible because you don't know how many steps you got left in those feet.
Buddy, I've been taking shortcuts like for a while. Trust me.
Well, it's once you get kind of used to broadcasting, no matter what field and whatever medium it is, you get more and more comfortable with it, and you can sit back and relax a little bit more. Have you found that the more that you've done it, your tone is more relaxed?
I think so. If anything, I think my tone is too relaxed because sometimes I'm just too quiet. So then I get like some people be like, "Oh, you're too quiet." So I'm like, "Oh, this is a lot better."
Just jam the microphone down your throat.
You're like, is it better? Come on.
Oh man, we had so many people do that in
That gets
radio.
them to stop.
Yeah, and then they're like, "No, stop, back off." And I said, "Okay, you choose your
Yeah.
poison." It's and then you have one of those microphones that only goes very high or very low.
Yeah. Well,
That,
mine is like mainly like if I get right up on it, then it gets really loud. Like I can be right here, but if I'm not here, it's really bad.
yeah, it does make a big difference. It does, and you can beat up a microphone too. I don't think people realize that.
True.
You can, if you abuse a microphone to the point where you've just flung it around and yelled into it all the time, that frequency response will go way down. Um, we found that out in talk shows where one fellow used to lean way up into the microphone and way back, and used to drive us engineers crazy when we were doing it. And then we switched the microphone one day just on a whim, and suddenly he sounded much better, and the guy we switched it to sounded like he was in a tin can. He just broke the mic with what he was doing.
Damn.
Yeah, it's pretty sad at that point. But he also was the most popular guy we had at the station. So we just bought another microphone and went with it.
Fair enough. Yeah.
Again, you get to play by your own rules in this sort of thing. What type of stream would you like to do that you haven't done yet?
I'm not sure. Maybe one with viewers or whatever that like allows viewers to like interact with the stream, but I'm not very tech savvy, I'll be completely honest. I'm more of a practical person.
Mm,
But but like if someone my thing is someone shows me something, I can recreate it.
mm,
But the only way I learn is if someone shows me how to do it physically.
yeah, they sit
Like
down
if
there.
they do it or they walk me through it.
Yeah, there's
But
some of those games they allow the chat to interact and make the game either harder or easier for you.
yeah,
Yeah,
I think those are funny.
yeah, I've seen them do that with Cult of the Lamb, where
Mm.
And of course, it's never easier.
Yeah, yeah.
It's always much harder by the time it's done. But and it does get the chat playing the game with you in a way, or at least they get to affect the experience. And anytime you can get kind of that more personal response to chat, I imagine it's better. Um, and it gives them a chance to be part of the show without being the show.
True, yeah.
Mm. Have you had that where someone's wanted to come in and take over your program?
No, I cannot say I have.
Mm.
Well, I have had people that come in and just like, "Hey, I sent you a DM." I'm like, "Oh, okay." I check and it's like, "Hey, I can make art for you." I'm like, "No, no, nah, I don't think so." And they're like, "Hey, you haven't responded. Hey, you haven't responded." I'm like, "Shut up, random."
Yeah, that happens. I was like, I've ruined many a Artbot's uh, day by reminding them that I am not a VTuber and do not need art. Like, oh man, nope, sorry. Pick
Dude,
on.
I swear that doesn't stop them. Sometimes they're just like,
Oh no,
or you have you seen like the new stuff that's been going around on like Twitch streams?
what's that?
It's like there's bots that come in and say, "Wow, this chat and stream are dead. If you want it to be better, you should go to here."
Yeah,
Or like, "Wow, this is like dead and like buried. It sucks. You should." Like it's just like demeaning and so rude,
yeah,
just so like they make people feel bad.
yeah,
And then if the person reacts, they'll just send more and more until it like actually makes people angry or like
yeah,
upset.
yeah. Hate
It's so
it.
horrible.
It
Like
is.
why?
Why would they think that would make them more attractive to consumers?
Yeah, you're insulting me and my stream and then asking me to pay you.
Look,
It doesn't make the leap in logic isn't really,
look.
good.
Maybe if they were Don Rickles, I would have allowed that in the '70s, but not today. It's not doesn't work that way. Sam Kinison, maybe
I
Sam
would only
Kinison.
accept it if it was John Cena.
There you go.
Well, he's been following VTubers a lot.
Yeah,
So,
yeah, and well,
hey, if he had ever had any pointers for me, hey man.
I don't know if he'd help you or not. No, he's a bad guy. He made it.
No.
He made a heel turn, so he, he might be one of those
True.
people sending the bots.
Oh no.
Hey, this is John Cena. This stream sucks.
No. I'd be heartbroken. I
I
love John Cena. I'd be
that,
like, what the fuck,
that would
man?
you got to admit though, that'd be pretty damn
I'm
funny.
throwing away my action figure of you.
It would be pretty damn funny. See that?
It would be funny. It would be funny if he just came in and said, it's like, oh yeah, John Cena. Like you click on it, it's like the official John Cena. You're like, what the fuck? That's actually you.
That's a real heel turn there.
Yeah, for real.
Trying to destroy VTubers on the way out.
But yeah, he says he likes to learn about as many topics as he can, and then at one point he said like, yeah, I don't know what VTubers are, but I want to learn like more about them, and then he just started following a bunch of them.
Yeah, yeah.
He follows some of my friends.
He's it's interesting when people are actually human beings, and it doesn't always happen. They get interested in
Yeah.
topics and they actually follow them, and you can break down through the fanboy barrier and stuff and talk with them. I got a chance to do that with a lot of people over the years. Some people with some big names, some people who were 6 years old, and you still once you break down that and start talking to them like humans, you get the right responses with them, and you get real responses with them. Yeah, it happens that way with VTubers too, where obviously there is a avatar in front of you, and
Yeah.
how much a person plays into that avatar is completely up to them. But then what I like to do with these interviews is get a little more of the person behind it, why they're doing it, their talents, what they want to do with the VTubing and such. And again, you give us a unique perspective, just like all the other folks that came on. it's good to see that you are enjoying yourself, and you are enjoying yourself, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. This is has it become a big part of your life, VTubing?
I think so. Yeah, it's given me like more, more people to talk to.
Mm-hmm.
It's given me more, like I'd say a bigger purpose in life. Honestly,
Mm-hmm.
I do something that's fulfilling, something that makes me actually want to put time and effort into,
Mm-hmm.
and it feels like that effort and time is rewarded
Mm-hmm.
because I get to talk to people, I get to meet people, I get to have fun, I get to do something I enjoy.
Yeah, it's fulfilling, isn't it?
Yes, very.
And affirming in a way that here is
Yeah.
you've presented yourself in the way that you would like to present yourself, and these people enjoy it enough to come back to you.
I don't know. I feel like I've made a fool of myself enough to make people come back and laugh at me, but we'll go with that first one.
Well, I'm trying for the I'm giving you the benefit of the doubt here again. But it all plays
I
into it.
appreciate it.
Yeah, it all plays into it though, and it's the way it was in old radio. Like you hear a certain song anywhere, but you come back for the person playing the song.
Yeah.
And I think that there's still a lot of audience left for people to get in touch with, and more people to come in and listen and try to be a part of this field. I hope to see that SIn here is expanding and continuing to draw the people here as we get through this year. And now, when you get to everything set up again for later this year, I want you to come on so we can get an update from you, okay?
Okay.
Yeah, I appreciate you coming on. It's been a lot of fun talking with you.
Yeah, of course.
And
Thanks for having me.
now, John Cena. No, you're a good guy, John. But
fucking like comes in with an RKO.
oh yeah,
no way, that's Randy Orton. Fuck.
yeah. Well, see, he's such a heel. He stole Randy Orton's move.
Oh, you know what? I'd see it. I could see it.
Make it even worse. Yeah.
Make it even worse. Just start stealing everyone's like signature stuff.
Come out in other people's clothes, that sort of thing. It's just
He just comes in. Oh my god, he just comes in dressed as the Undertaker.
Yeah, that wouldn't last very long.
Or like or like who is it? Kane with the mask.
Yeah,
like he takes the mask off, and then it's just him or like Rey Mysterio.
Yeah, or any of the divas.
Just take off the mask, like fucking John Cena.
Charlotte Flair.
Huh?
Who knows? He might be a hit if coming out as Charlotte Flair. I don't know. I really appreciate you coming on, and again, I want to get you on here soon. We're going to have all the links in the description for the video, and SIn, thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you for listening to Eric Loy Interviews. Join us again next time when we talk to another member of the always interesting VTuber community.